Hello and welcome to Make Some Noise. We got a great guest with us, Kenny Hickey from the band Sun Don't Shine. Many people know Kenny, of course, from his previous band Typo Negative, and we may get into some of that today. But Kenny, why don't we start telling us what's going on with Sun Don't Shine currently?
Currently we just released a single called Power to Live. That was about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Okay.
And we're dropping a full LP April 1st,
Oh,
April
that's
Fool's
great.
Day.
And can you share with us
Awesome.
how many songs are going to be on the new CD?
9 songs.
Great, great. I'm going
Awesome.
to throw it to you, Jamie.
Yeah, I really like it, man.
Oh,
I
cool.
never,
Thank
I
you.
believe it or not, I never heard of you guys. Jason brought it to my attention. I checked you guys out. I really like it. It's good stuff, man.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we're relatively new, so I mean, we've never toured or we've never played live yet. We're working on that, but
Yeah.
so trying to spread the word.
And
Hell yeah.
and you guys have been doing a great word spreading the word, Kenny, because the band's been around a couple of years. Like you said, you guys have been rolling songs out, and in spite of the fact you've not played a single live date yet, the band seems to be getting a great response. That has to be a great feeling before you even play your first live gig.
Yeah, it is. No, it's a great feeling. I mean, a lot of good positive feedback, and as for the negative feedback, I just don't read it or
Yeah,
listen
we
to
don't need to listen to
Right. I wouldn't either,
it.
man. Wouldn't bother with it either.
Nah,
No.
I mean, there's always assholes out there, and if
Yeah,
you don't have haters, then you don't have lovers, right?
yeah.
Right. I know how that goes. Yeah, I gotta say, man, your vocalist, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know why, but he reminded me of like John Anderson from Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I've
Yeah,
never heard that one yet. I
yeah,
hear, I hear like Ozzy meets Chris Cornell and stuff like that, which I can hear, and there's a little bit of Bon Scott in there,
yeah.
you know.
I thought John Anderson and maybe a little bit of Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction too.
Definitely listen. Well, I definitely have Jane's Addiction in my influences. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, that's man, I love his stuff. It's great. My
Cool.
favorite
Thank
song,
you.
I like Dreams Always Die with the Sun. That
Oh,
song's
cool.
awesome, dude. Love it.
Thanks. Thanks. That was the first one we actually did. We just like that was the one we spent the least amount of time on.
That's funny. It sounds
Yeah.
good. I like that song a lot. But Power to
Great.
Live, that's awesome too. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
And Power to Live, that is a current single. I was watching the video today. It's quite a great looking video. Talk about what the song's about.
Well, the song is about. I was thinking, with all these recent wars and everything that's
Yeah,
going on, how it's pretty sometimes a little bit of embarrassment to be human, and that we haven't evolved past the point of blowing each other to bits. So,
yeah, yeah.
Right.
and a lot of times it's not just politics, but it's religion that's can be tied into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is the
that's very
final
interesting. You make a
story.
great point. I mean, who would think religion could be tied into war? But
It
it's the
sure
very
is. You know what
thing.
I mean? It's pretty obvious. Nobody can deny that. So
Yeah.
wanted to
And what's
show.
interesting, Kenny, is I'm, while the single, the video's coming out, you said like 3 weeks ago. The song was written a while ago, and yet it is very fitting into modern times. What's going on in the world? I mean, you could have written it at any time, and I mean, just look at the
Anytime.
history. Yeah,
It it could have been written 1,000 years ago, and it still would have applied. You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, we tried to with the imagery in it. We didn't want to use any current war imagery. We didn't want to like suddenly, take some political sides with whatever Israel or
Right.
this one or Palestine. And we didn't want to get mixed up in that shit. It's a
Right.
general statement about religion, war, and politics in general. So we had to
Yeah.
kind of stay away from that. So we kept with a lot of classic footage, and stuff, archival stuff,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
people couldn't politicize it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I love that because there's nothing wrong with having politics and that in your music, but what I hate is when people like kind of they get preachy about it and they
Yeah.
to the point like you look at something like the Academy Awards, it's something that I used to love to tune into every year, but like I mean even taking the politics out of it and everything, I used to tune in for a simple fact that like all the movies that won an award, I never even heard of them. You know what I mean? So again,
Hmm.
politics and different things can ruin something like that. I love the fact that your music can sit around that, but it doesn't take away from what it is.
Give peace a chance.
There you go. There you go. And you're saying it
Yeah.
in a metal
Again,
way, you know?
putting on my a little bit of John Lennon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would have thought, you know, give peace a chance, you know, sun don't shine, you know, kiss the word, sun don't shine.
Well,
Yeah.
we definitely need to get back to love and peace, of course. You know, there's a lot of
Oh
ugliness
yeah,
that are going on, man. You know, and that's a positive message that's definitely to put through a song that we need to start living for each other and stop hating on each other for sure.
Yeah. So let me
yeah.
ask
Well,
my great co-host Jamie Bostel, who's a songwriter in his own right now. When you listen to Sun Don't Shine, Jamie, what are some of the things you first picked up on it in regards to the songwriting in the band?
Well, like I said, the singer, you know, it reminded me of like I don't know why, but instantly I was like, oh, that sounds like John Anderson from Yes, and kind of Perry Farrell. I said that earlier, but also, I mean, the guitar work's awesome. Good job,
thank
man.
you, thank you.
I also listen in the end. That guitar solo is badass, man. Definitely,
Cool,
very kind
cool.
of bluesy. I like the bluesy thing.
Yes, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
cool. You know, Promise Song. I like that too. That riff is badass too. Um,
Thank you.
what do I say? Being a musician, you know, I'm like, you know, the drummer obviously is so good too. The production sounds incredible. I like it a lot. The harmonies too. The harmonies. I'm noticing the backup
Yeah,
vocals and the harmonies in certain spots, and that it's not too much, it's not overbearing. It's like certain spots there's color. You know, I like that. It's awesome.
layering. Yeah, we did some definite harmony layering and stuff. I did a lot of that stuff right here at my house too, my home studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guitar work, I'm especially proud of the guitar work too, because I mean, first and foremost, me and Winstein are guitar players, so I
Yeah.
love the sound of distorted guitars, man. I'm addicted to it, So,
I
but
get
yeah,
it.
I think overall the entire production is really, really good.
In regards
Yeah.
to the guitar sound, how do you guys go about splitting up the guitar parts? Is it a matter of who wrote the riff, or is it a matter of who the lead guitar player is?
Well, we're both. We share it 50-50 as far as guitar duties go. Like
That's
in like
great.
if some of the songs, if I have an idea for a lead, I'll always leave our uh, 2 bars or with 8 bars for Winstein to do a lead, and then what we like to do is combine with a harmony lead and end it with that, culminate with that. So we do that quite a lot. Old Judas Priest style.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's fun. That's why. Yeah, I mean it's fun to just express yourself off the cuff with your
Yeah.
guitar, and
I mean,
not have
that's
to
the one
write
thing that was
lyrics
missing.
and
Yeah. That's the one thing missing from music back in the 1990s. I remember when they had all these alternative and new metal bands like, we don't do guitar solos. I'm like, yeah, that's what's missing, you know?
well, some of them did. I mean, Alice in Chains had fucking great
Yeah.
guitar
Oh,
solos.
sure,
Some of the
sure.
bands did, and then some of the bands like Nirvana didn't, obviously.
Yeah, yeah,
Soundgarden
But
did. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your rig, man? What are you using on this album?
now on this album, like for the most part, I'm using my new. I got a brand new dual rack from Boogie recently, and I have it loaded with EL34s, and I run it through a power soak. So like when I brought up this whole rig down there, so I'm pushing the power tubes hard, but I have a power soak on it so we don't blow our ears out.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I have an entire pedal board with all kinds of effects and stuff. So that's really how I pick and choose the flavors of each song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot. The thing is my whole theory with this record and what I really push with this record is I don't want a bedrock, guitarist tone throughout the album, something that's going to be consistent. I want every song to have a different style, different touch, different flavor, in the essence of like, Led Zeppelin, or Jimmy Page, they always use something different every song. So that's was going through
Yeah.
different textures in different places.
Yeah. I noticed like a lot of newer bands are using like the Helix and stuff, and they're just processing their
It
sounds.
sounds like garbage. I hate that shit. Call me whatever you want to call me, Gen X or whatever, but nothing sounds better than my actual tubes blasting through a fucking oversized cabinet
Yeah, I
and
like.
mic'd up. All of that. We don't have any sounds like that on this record. They're all real.
Yeah, I like that. It's awesome, man, for sure.
So, Kenny, growing up, who were your guitar heroes?
Well, there's one of them, Jimmy Page, Ace Frehley, um, David Gilmour, of
Well,
course.
you just mentioned Ace, of course, you passed, earlier in the year. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that had
I'm
a,
a
had a major effect on you, I imagine, as a kid.
I love Ace. Yes, Ace is the reason I'm here, really. I mean, Ace and his smoking guitar, right?
There you
That's
go.
what
Yeah.
made me really. That's what really said to me that I want to be a guitar player.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, unfortunately, the thing is that we have a lot of acquaintances in our inner circle. Me and Ace. I knew his tour manager for years and years and years, and I see him all the time as a bus driver here in Staten Island. And I had this open opportunity to meet him and hang out with him, and I have a lot in common with the guy. I mean, he's from the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
two real New
Yeah.
York guitar players. You know what I mean? We kind of talk funny. Our accents are funny. Whatever. We have the same sense of humor. We
Yeah.
all we got way too fucked up in our career. We had a lot in common, And I had a lot of opportunities, and I kind of blew them. I should have really, really pushed it and talked to Phil and got to meet him and hang out with him because he's one of my heroes that I've never actually hung out with and met. And now he's gone, so I know it's too late. But I did have in their first reunion in the '90s they were playing a festival with us in Europe. And I remember it was one of those defining moments. I walked out of catering into like this backyard area in this big festival, and there was Ace in full costume, in full makeup,
Wow.
leaning against a fence with his foot up, doing an interview, like 2 feet from me. And I was like, it's fucking Ace Frehley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I
Wow.
never got to talk to him and hang out to him. And I hang out with him. I regret
You're
that.
that close. That'd be cool. Like you said, what a cool memory to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be on the same bill, that's got to be cool. Now, if anybody knows the history of this project, Sun Don't Shine, of course, you and Johnny Kelly, the drummer, previously played in Typo Negative. Now, when you guys decided you're going to do this project, I was curious, were any of the songs that are on the album left over from Typo, or was everything freshly written?
Nothing's from Typo. I mean, it's maybe stylistically some of it, but no, we didn't pull anything from that. No, I have like a library of thousands and thousands of riffs in my phone, on my memo, on my
Yeah.
voice memo. So, I just draw from that. And I'm always writing. I'm always coming up with stuff. And Kirk, he's like a riff engine.
Yeah.
He can generate a riff on request. You know what I mean? So he's that talented. He's one of those guys. Todd too. So I would just pull out some riffs and say, "Hey, what does this make you think of?" And then he would just boom, riff come right at
Yeah.
him. And that's how we built the songs, really.
Oh, wow. And so when you record the songs, I was curious, does everybody do it like the modern way? You all have your own home studios, or do you get to actually all four, everybody in the band get together in one room and record?
Well, we did get together. We got together on 4 separate occasions within the
Okay.
2 year span. Like the first time we got together was for Dreams Always Die with the Sun, and we had never played together before. And
Wow.
I just had a few ideas. Kirk had a few ideas to spin off of that, and literally we rehearsed them in one night, and we went to the studio the next day, and we had the song. So it was just 2 days together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was such an enjoyable experience. That's what we led on to us saying, "Hey, well, let's actually make an EP. Let's do some more. So we
Yeah.
got together on 2 other occasions where me and Johnny went down to New Orleans to OCD Productions with Dwayne Seminole and sat down because that's where Kirk does most of his records, his Crowbar stuff. And Todd came down and we all just met and we would like get together in the morning, me and Kirk and Todd, and just throw around riffs. And then by the afternoon, Johnny would come in and we'd start arranging songs. I think the first 4 songs we did that way in like a 2 week period.
Oh, wow.
And then I went home. I finished up my riffs. I wrote lyrics. I laid vocals, and I'd send it back and forth to New Orleans. And then Todd and Kirk would lay their stuff. We did it, through
Wow.
via the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
And then I guess we had like maybe 5 songs at that point. So we needed another round. So we did another 3 songs. We did another 2 week period. And then it came this whole thing. We're like, well, why don't we put out an LP? We had enough for an EP.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's just wait another 4 months or whatever it's going to take and do a full record. So that's what we did.
Yeah, I love that for a simple fact. It is an old school way of doing things. I'm an old school guy. It sounds like you are too, Kenny. I love,
Yeah.
anytime a band releases new music, but I really much rather get like a full length than like, oh, let's just put out a 3-song EP. That's great too, but I love the fact we're getting the whole package from you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a better way to do it. I mean, it's a different climate out there now. I mean, as far as people buying records, they're only going to buy, they're going to buy the vinyl because it's a cool thing to have, right? So
Yeah.
that's really what you're saving the LP for. But You know, it's kind of like back to a singles market. Everyone's
Yeah.
putting out, songs, and the more songs you put out, the more visibility you have, So that's why we just sort of been making videos and releasing a song every 3, 4 months,
And
just
I
to
gotta
stay
say, yeah,
stay in people's conscious.
one of my favorite videos you guys did was for the song "Promise Song," and I gotta say, all the videos look very professional, like something you would have seen on MTV back in the day, and that's what you'd want. But I'm just saying, you guys really deliver the goods. I think one thing about the modern business model is, like you said, it allows you to crank out, song every couple months, and people follow the
Yeah.
band. I mean, it's a new way of doing, but like last time I interviewed you on a previous show I was doing, the band was just kind of coming out at the time. Very people, but it went viral. Just there's an interest in this band. I can't wait to see what happens once you guys start playing out live.
Oh, me too. That I'm really excited for. I haven't played live, with a live band in a long time, and I'm really, 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 really jonesing for that. So looks like maybe we'll have a window in August to get something together and do something.
And we'll have you guys back on once the album drops because I can't wait to check it. What label are you guys on, or is it an independent release?
It's called Corpse Paint Records, yes, and it's a mutual friend of ours, and he built the right label around this band.
Oh, that's
And
right.
he's
That's
got a
right.
few other bands. He's got a few other bands now that he's working on, and he's just coming up, and he's very passionate about what he does.
Well, that's
Andrew
great.
Spalding, he's the
Yeah.
president.
Take away, Jamie.
So you said one of your members is from Crowbar? Is that right?
Two of them.
Oh, two
So
of
yeah,
them. So are
yeah.
you going to
So
tour with Crowbar then?
Kurt Winstein is obviously the singer, the main songwriter in Crowbar, and Todd Strange was the original bass player years ago. He hasn't played with them in a number of years, but he goes way back. So yeah, I would love to do Crowbar shows. That would be awesome.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was
That
wondering
means
if it's
Kurt's
Canadian.
got to pull double duty though. But
So
Yeah,
you got two of the guys from Typo and two of the guys from Crowbar. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, but it's not living off their past. I think it's kind of it's creating something new off of it.
yes. Well, that's what we tried to do. We didn't want to like
Yeah.
sort of regurgitate everything we've done before in our bands before. So we tried to do something a bit different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely have a unique sound, man. You don't sound like
Thanks.
anyone but yourself, and that's great for
Thank you.
sure. Definitely, man. Uh, I'll be looking out for you. I know if you come through Indiana, I live in Indiana, South Bend, Notre Dame.
Cool.
If you come out this way, man, I'll come check you guys out. I want to.
Awesome. Thank
Game
you.
my interest for sure.
Yeah, and as I shared with you, Jamie, the drummer Johnny Kelly, he was handpicked by Frankie Benelli of all people to replace Frankie. When Frankie got sick with the cancer, and so he's also doing Quiet Riot, so that's pretty cool too.
That's
That's
his steady gig. That's his
Yeah,
steady gig now. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow! I actually opened for Quiet Riot back in it's 2014. So Frankie was like the only member and the only
Yeah.
original member. Yeah, I think the singer that's in the band now.
Jizzy Pearl.
Yeah.
Well, they got Rudy Zarzo back in the band. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, yeah,
So they have Rudy's back. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I think Jizzy Pearl was in the band when I opened for him then too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We opened up for him at a speedway. I have a band called Praise the Fallen.
Okay.
But we opened for him back in 2014.
Yeah. Cool.
So, Kenny, do you ever get a chance to go check out your other bandmates play live at their other gigs?
Yes, whenever I can, I
Yeah.
mean, I was almost tempted to go down to Texas because Johnny and Todd, they're in Texas and
Okay.
they're going to see Crowbar and they're going to see Kirk with I Hate God up in northern Texas. This past week, I think it was Friday, actually, it just passed. So, and I was tempted. I was thinking, let me see how much tickets are. Tickets were like $680. I was like, forget
Well,
it,
there you go.
guys.
Hey, can I get hey, you know me.
Yeah, no.
But when they get close, yeah, absolutely, I'm going to go see them.
Yeah,
And
hopefully,
so,
hopefully the ticket prices go down on things, man.
Well, things are, it's because of fuel. Fuel's up because of the war, all this stuff. So, they're going to
Yeah.
gouge the shit out of us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the gas prices are $4 a gallon here. I don't know what they are where you're at.
They're not quite that. They're like 350 now over here. So,
Getting there then, huh?
yeah.
yeah, I'm from California, and they've got the most expensive gas
Yeah, I know.
everywhere. And the biggest joke of all is you have our governor going out on TV talking about the price, how high the price of gas is. It's because of him. Instead of using the oil we have here, he gets it from Iran, war-torn country, and he doesn't want to lower the gas tax. So it's kind of funny when you think about it. He's talking about how high the price of gas is.
I know. I think that you guys have all these offshore platforms, but like there's no refineries in California, right?
In fact, they're running them out. That's the hilarious
I
thing.
think it said, and that's why you're paying more too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little
Crazy.
bit of everything, but the rest of the world is hurting now because of the war, like you said. But hopefully they'll get it straightened out.
Mm.
Are you thinking a world tour or just a national tour?
Whatever time we have allotted, we could do, we'll do. So it looks probably like it's going to be probably something in the States first. You got
Yeah.
to really pre-plan ahead, for Europe because
And so,
that shit gets booked.
you,
Shit gets booked a
yeah,
year before.
Oh,
I
okay.
know the other guys are playing out, like you said, and they got their other gigs. But have you
Yeah.
guys had a chance to rehearse much for when you do start playing out live, or do you think once you get some dates booked, then you'll start rehearsing?
Yeah, we're gonna wait,
Yeah,
until we get something going or some plan going. Then we'll get together for about a week, and we can pull it together in a
yeah,
week, I think.
sure.
In rehearsal.
And I imagine, like you said, Kenny, you must be just aching to go. The fact that like you said, this will be, I guess, I don't know if you consider it like a comeback gig, but like the fact that it's been that long for you since you played, that's got to be a pretty ultimate feeling once you jump up on that stage, whenever it is, and get your guitar
Yeah,
on and you start rocking out to these tunes.
yeah. I miss it. I miss it very much. Right now, we're mixing a live record for Typo. We're gonna be releasing a live record, and I got Josh actually coming here into my studio tomorrow.
Now, I
So
don't know if you can
I'm
share with.
listening. I'm listening to this stuff from 1997. I'm being teleported back in time. I'm like, oh my
Well,
God.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
Yeah.
that'll be great to hear when it comes out. I mean, it seems like there's probably even more of a demand for Typo Negative now because the passing of Peter Steele. But what's it like to go back and mix the stuff and hear it like and put it together as a live album?
It's a trip. It's both. I feel nostalgic about it, and I also feel, I get anxiety listening to it too.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
It was the best of times and it was the worst of times, But
Right.
and I can just easily transport myself back then because I mean, so many shows we did together, so many thousands of shows, and just listening to, I mean, I'm hearing riffs I haven't heard either because I don't listen
sure,
to this
sure.
stuff anymore, right?
And, and
Like,
let me
oh
ask
my
you,
God, I
Kenny.
remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
and then I can remember what I was doing on stage while I'm
Sure,
playing that riff
sure.
because
Yeah,
there's this
yeah,
one move
yeah.
I always did, And then where in between riffs where I drank a bottle of beer in 2 seconds.
And now, was this
Lots of
something that you and the other surviving members of the band got together and say, "Hey, let's put out a live album," or was it something that the record label approached you guys about doing?
Um, it's sort of filling the laps, you know what I mean? I think it started with these promoters that own the tapes
Oh,
of the
okay.
show, and
Yeah,
they suggested that we put out a live record, and then we were like, well, why don't we just do it ourselves,
yeah,
So we got a hold of the tapes and the rights to them, so we're gonna just do it ourselves.
yeah. I used to love those live albums. Like when I was growing up, you had stuff like Food Con, Kiss Alive, of course. Peter Frampton Comes Alive. Those are kind of some of the major ones that came out during my lifetime. But live albums aren't what they used to be. But I think for certain bands, like a band like Typo Negative, I think people will love to hear a live record from you guys.
I think so. And I mean, we've never actually, released one
Yeah,
that was band sanctioned. And you're right. Live records in the '70s, live records ruled. They
yeah,
made
yeah,
your career, right?
yeah, yeah,
right.
Live rec Kiss Alive made Kiss,
yeah, yeah.
right? And Frampton Alive made Peter Frampton,
Yeah, and what's
So
funny about Kiss Alive, we know all these years later, but they went back in the studio and fixed it up. But and I don't know how you feel about that. I personally don't really care because you know what? When I listen to it, it sounds cool. It sounds like it was live. That's all that
well,
matters to
I'm
me.
going to be doing some overdubs right here in my studio, guaranteed, because I
There
hear
you
some
go.
drunken
Yeah.
notes. There are definitely many drunken notes going on that I'm hearing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
I can only do
yeah.
limited because it has to be layered on, right, or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still here, so I can do my
There
riffs
you go.
over
Yeah,
again. And
yeah.
I got the tapes, and I'm in my studio, so I can
Like
have
Frank
some
Sinatra
control
said, got to do it my way, right? Yeah.
of it.
Rush did
And then
live.
you could also pitch, you pitch correct the fucking really bad, when we're singing drunk at us.
Yeah, yeah.
A little pitch correction on that.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, we're not gonna make it perfect because I hate that. Like if
Yeah,
people
yeah.
going back and they're making like these classic records and they're going and they're pitch correcting them and making them perfect and sucking the soul out of them. I don't want that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
just some really bad obvious flubs.
Yeah.
I could see going over
Okay,
every
Jamie, I'll let
every
you
live
wrap.
record.
I'll let you wrap up the show, Jamie, and want to thank Kenny for coming on. But you have anything else you want to ask before we wrap it up?
I did have a question. I noticed in the music videos, your singer is playing a green guitar. Is that just in
That's
memory?
me. That's me. I'm
Oh,
the
that's
singer.
okay. Is that
That's
memory
my
typo
yeah
then?
that's my signature model from Schecter.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah,
saw the green guitar
yeah.
and it's like, oh, is that in memory of typo negative?
Well, yeah, they were making that for me when I was in Typo Negative. So, and they made my own line of guitars from it, and they're still on sale, and they do well. So
Okay.
So that's got to be a great feeling to have your own signature model, huh, Kenny?
it's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. What's really cool about it? I mean, a lot of guys get signature models and then they don't sell any, but like it does well. And that I'm proud of.
Well, thanks for coming on, Kenny. Like I said, the show will be going up in about a week and a half. I'll let you know once it goes up, and we will have you back on once the album drops. I can't wait to hear it, and all the luck with that. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy.
Take care.
Definitely. Nice
All
meeting
right.
you.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
All right. Bye.